22 Top Taco, Chris and Travis.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? How's it going?
Hey, is there a better combo than tacos and toys? I mean, come on.
So we came in here and out the box. You guys, Chris has been here before with his kids. Travis, this is your first time coming in here. But we said go pick out one of you guys' toys to bring to the
not to
podcast.
keep, because the owner freaked out when Wig was like, go pick out a toy.
Yeah, any toy you want. So I messed that up. But
Most expensive.
just pick out a toy for the podcast.
And then maybe you'll buy it.
And maybe you'll buy it. What'd you get, Chris?
I was into Ninja Turtles when I was a kid, so I picked up the truck that shoots pizzas out.
Oh, okay. And then what'd you get, Travis?
Slimer. Can't beat Slimer, man.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Did you see the giant Slimer back here? You can actually buy it. It's like $900, but it's real deal.
I don't know who made it, like the company that made it, but he actually has a butt. So
like
on the other side,
butt.
right, a Slimer butt.
Yeah.
If you were so inclined.
Well, these guys have been partners, Gringos Tacos with I'm from Denver, and it's been fun to just kind of be partners with you guys because you guys are doing everything, man. You guys are in Power Field, you're at Coors Field, you're at places I can't say, you're at the Red Rocks, you guys are at Fiddler's Green. I mean,
when you say places you can't say, is it because it's like Fight Club or something?
Something like that.
Sponsorship problems.
You're talking about a major sports brand.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, don't.
That's how you say it. Major sports brand. Allegedly. Anyway, so your tacos are amazing. We eat them all the time when we go to major sporting events or concerts. But you guys really have killed the taco game. How's that business going?
It's great. Yeah. It's been awesome.
But it's only been a year. Like you guys,
about 18 months.
Year and a half. Okay, but still a year and a half. You guys have been into it. You started it during COVID, but a little bit of your story even before that, because you were at Biker Gyms, but you have a whole story even before that, and Biker Gym kind of launched it next level. Let's. Where do you want to start?
I mean, at the beginning, I was born in 1980.
He was a young boy born in 2000 something.
But so how do you say? How do you say?
1990 something. 1980 something.
You guys served a little bit of time, right?
Yeah.
And so is that where you guys met? And
You're just gonna throw that out there?
Let's
get right into it. Right?
Yeah.
Well, we skipped for you.
Ex-cons, correct?
Yada, yada.
Fast forward 20 years.
He saw fast forward taco business. Fast forward. No, I'm just kidding.
We met in prison. We both went to prison when we were younger.
Okay. They were two men alone in prison.
Not that kind of prison. But no, we met when we were like 24, probably 25, somewhere around there. It's been 11 years ago.
Okay.
He's out by a couple years. Yeah, he's not that young.
Whatever, dude.
So you guys met in there, and you guys decided to think of a business in there.
No,
Okay.
No, I got out way before he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been out for about 10 years now. I got a job at Biker Gyms when I got out. I was in a half house. Jim hired me. Worked my way up from kitchen to GM. I was a GM there for about 7 years.
And Biker Gym started in Colorado, but they're famous worldwide.
Yeah, he's got his stuff in Safeway now.
Okay.
They're getting. I mean, they did LA Dodgers things. I think last year they're all over the place.
Yeah, and so you got out. He gave you a job, and then you just never left that business. And then how long? What were you doing for Biker Gyms?
I started as a line cook, and then within about a year, I was the general manager at downtown. I was a GM there for about 6.5 years.
Okay.
Before the pandemic, everything kind of hit and changed everybody's lives.
That's awesome, man, because I think a lot of people get out of that situation, and it seems pretty hopeless, as far as advances or trying to find a job or get a career, or even so a lot of people end up having to own their own business. But being successful just proves the fact that you can land on your feet.
Yeah, no, shout out to Biker Gym for sure, because he took a chance.
He definitely helped us out. So.
Yeah, and then Chris got out. He was getting out and sent me a letter and said, "Man, I got a job for you. It's a good spot. Nobody messing up."
Checked it out. I liked it. Ended up working Red Rocks, did a season there at the Biker Gym stand there, and liked the work, so I stuck with it for a year, and then this started happening. So
I would say that a lot of people could start a taco business, but your tacos are so good. I think that's the key to your success.
The 2022 Top Taco.
So good. They just stand out. You guys have kind of the kind of tacos that you don't get everywhere.
Well, yeah, it's one thing I took from Jim's. Jim's concept, it's unique sausages. You don't find rattlesnake anywhere, So you got to be set yourself apart from whatever else is going on.
Rattlesnake?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Rattlesnake's one of the best
I've traced that.
Rattlesnake and rabbit, and then it used to be rattlesnake and pheasant was really good, too.
Okay.
But I learned there, that sets them aside from, any other hot dog spot. Nothing
For
wrong
sure.
with them, but, Biker Jim's is a unique brand. So this all kind of started as a drunk idea during the pandemic. It was, let's
a drunken Zoom with Chris.
Right.
Yeah, because we were only open. We were closed on Tuesdays at gyms because it was the slowest day of the week. And then when I'm at home drunk, I was like, man, we should do a fucking taco pop-up. That'd be cool. And so I asked Jimmy, he's like, yeah, go for it. So, to do that, let's not just do any taco. Anyway, there's a million taco spots. What can we do that's completely different than anybody else?
Stop hitting the table. Just no, it's all right.
I'm Italian. I talk with the hands.
So, how did you decide on like flavors, and how did you research that, or did you just go according to what you liked?
So I smoke a lot of weed, and there was nothing going on during the time. So it was a pandemic. So I watched a lot of YouTube.
Okay.
On like just street foods. I mean, stuff I couldn't even understand. Just watching videos from Thailand to Mexico City to Venezuela or wherever.
We're gonna handcuff your hands behind you, which should be familiar.
Well played. Well played. But yeah, I mean that's how it started. As far as concepts, it was like, what can I do? Take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then a little bit of my idea to it.
And Chris, what was your thought? You were just like, yeah, let's do it?
Or? Oh, yeah, I was in on it. So I liked the work. I thought the idea was cool. I didn't know it would turn into anything, but I was down to try the pop-ups. And after the first day, we knew we had something because we had really good response. It was fun. I mean, we had some work to do. That first day was a little rough.
But you guys just came up
with I had to shank him. Yeah. I didn't really like that recipe.
But what's the top taco? What was the one that won this year?
So we do a barbacoa, and we use traditional beef cheek in that. So we did a raspberry braised beef cheek, and then we did what was on that? So we took Szechuan, we took sweet potato strips, essentially fried them with a Szechuan seasoning, poblano crema, our tequila raspberry sauce, which is like good. That's our most popular sauce, tequila raspberry.
Oh man!
And then cotija, cilantro. I mean, it's something that looked awesome. It had different colors. It tasted phenomenal.
Is that what Biker James kind of showed you? Just like that process of like you gotta make it look unique. You gotta have That's
eat
cool.
with your eyes first. When you see something, you're like, if it looks like not good, you're already lost.
Yeah.
So my goal with anything we make as far as tacos, I want to make sure it pops. When you look at it, it's got color. It's got
for sure.
Stands out.
It's appealing on all the levels because like when you first look at the menu, you're like, okay, that sounds kind of different, and then when you eat it, you're like, okay, I could eat like 10 of those.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Some people are really hesitant. They're like, raspberry sauce on a taco.
Oh my god,
you gotta try it though. It's sweet, it's tangy. It's got all the different flavors. You got the savory.
I was thinking because the flavors are so good that I was thinking that you either like hired out to get those together, but it was basically you just becoming a foodie.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
What's crazy is I followed these guys for the Broncos game, right? And so I watched them prep their food. You guys need to talk about that prepping process because there's days that lead into that, and then how much meat and all that are you actually serving in the game?
A ton.
It's a lot.
Broncos Stadium's is a lot because we got the 4 different stands there. So
you prep it for a couple days, right?
Yeah, so I mean, there we got into where we can pretty much do it the day before. I mean, we start loading in the day before, so certain stuff. But yeah, it's a couple days before we start prepping for those. But we have so much going on; it's like a daily process.
It's like a machine. It's like I get the tongue cheek ready or whatever, the fat cheek or whatever.
Well, you said you walked like 15 miles or 20 miles.
It's like a 20,000 step day at the Broncos because it's. Yeah. They have a freight elevator that only goes up to 5, then 4, then 3. So you either wait 20 minutes there, or you just
take the ramp.
Sometimes you carry meat like that. He saw me carrying all that meat that day.
I think you guys need to hire like 50 people and do delivery to your seat, so people can text and be like, "I'm way up here. I'll take 8 tacos," and then have a bunch of people running around.
Pass it along to the big wigs.
Or drone. We can do drone.
Drone would be cool. Flying over there.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it is cool to be able to have that option at games because back in the day it was a hot dog and nachos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you've been doing a lot of cool videos for them. Like you did the voiceover for that like NFL style.
Right.
There was 10 seconds left in the game and plenty of hungry fans. The Weenie Crew had a few stale dogs left over from the first quarter. But then came Gringos Tacos with their famous machete taco and chupacabra taco. The rest is history. The fans have spoken. Gringo Tacos for the win.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so what do you guys do now? You're at all these locations. Have people been just blown away by because I was that way, right? Like we just started, hey, we need some marketing advertising. Cool, we've talked before. Let's get you on 9 from Denver. And then you're like, oh yeah, so we're at Empower Field, and then we're at the Rockies games, and then we're at Red Rocks. Like, do you guys have you blown people away? And then what's next to keep kind of shocking everyone?
People are definitely blown away by it. I mean, I'm blown away by it. We got a trailer, and then Red Rocks was a thing because the one thing we got from Jim's was the experience and the relationships with all these other venues. Because he's at not all of them, but a good majority of the ones we're at. But yeah, it blows me away. I think everybody's kind of blown away because it's a year and a half and we're in 5 different places.
Now, what's next? Because you're at all these locations. Do you have a goal, like kind of?
We're hoping to add some locations at some of the spots we're at next season, which will bring on a lot more work, and then food halls like that's my personal next goal for us is to get us into a food hall.
What's a food hall? How's that work?
Those it's like the modern day food court. It's
like the milk markets and the different kind of they're all over the place.
Oh my God, there's one in by Sloan's Lake over in that area.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and they have this place that has like sliders, but they have these Korean French fries. They have like this French fries with Korean barbecue on it. And it is phenomenal. Nice. So if you go to the slider spot,
so that spot that he's talking about, that's where you guys want to get into?
No, there's a bunch of different ones. Like there's Golden Mill, which is really cool. It's like a brewery that has a lot of different food concepts, which are all really awesome. It's also a waiting game with a lot of these places. You got a lot of places, and we're not the only place trying to get into these spots.
Okay. What's funny about what I've noticed about the food halls is some of them try to mix a little retail in there, and it's the weirdest retail. You're like, I'm going to go get a hamburger and some weird dry flowers or something.
I think that's more of our style, too, than a brick and mortar, which maybe eventually we'll end up with one, but right now it's not on the plate. So
you want to know what my idea is? All right, here's my idea.
He's got a million of them.
You take the old Taco Bell, those old buildings, and you Taco Bell buys that building back and fixes it up. It still has the same look, and then they serve all the stuff that they don't serve in the regular Taco Bells. All the stuff they discontinued. So, you can finally get your Bell Beefer or your
the Mexican
pizza.
Those are back now.
Oh, okay. Well,
if they have them,
right, for sure.
Well, we've been working on your guys' website. That is done. We're going to launch that here today. But everyone can access that, and one thing that we're doing on that is the blog. So we're gonna actually give away not the best of the best recipes. You guys got to keep that close to the best. But we're going to give away some recipes that people can actually follow on the website. We're going to throw them up on imfromdenver.com, so that way you guys can try it for yourself. And then when you go to a Broncos game or any game or show, you can find these guys.
Can people hire you guys for like big events?
And, we do caterings all the time.
Okay.
We love catering.
How do they get in touch with you guys?
You can just email us on on the website. There will be a link.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah, there will be.
Supposedly, allegedly.
Yeah, we'll go check it out. Yeah.
If not,
well, I'm sure you guys do tons of big events where you're just like
we've done some cool ones for sure.
Yeah. Because that way it's like you don't have to, because I think with other places where you have to have sides and this and that, you walk away with a plate of 3 tacos, you're done. It's perfect.
Well, you guys gave back for Battle of the Chef. That was a charitable cause.
Yeah.
And even won the Golden Ladle. What was it? Did they call it the Golden Ladle?
Yeah.
We won last year.
Back to back. Yeah. No, that's Project Pay. Those guys are awesome. We love working with those people. They're good people.
You guys do give back to a lot of the causes, even when you're donating the tacos.
We like to be, we like to be part of the community.
Yeah.
Give back because we wouldn't be here without the community.
So do you ever have that like old mentality where somebody comes up and be like, "Yo, give me 3 tacos for a pack of cigs," and you're like, "All right, sure."
When we did that 420 event last week, I had a guy try to give me a Modelo, but it wasn't cold, so no deal. Yeah, I'm not drinking a warm Modelo. But you come at me with a cold Modelo, I'm gonna slide you some tacos.